All right, let's talk about something huge that's happening in B2B sales right now. It's a fundamental shift that's basically rewriting the entire playbook. If you've been feeling like those old sales tactics just aren't connecting anymore, you're definitely not alone. A much smarter, more focused model is taking over, and it's all about precision.
I mean, that really says it all, doesn't it? This one line from Account Forge just perfectly captures the end of an era. The days of just blasting out thousands of emails and hoping for the best, yeah, those are officially over.
So let's get into it. Why is this happening? We have to start by looking at why the traditional sales playbook isn't just a little outdated, it's completely broken in today's market. You know, for the longest time, sales was just a pure volume game. The thinking was simple, right? Just cram enough messages into the top of the funnel and a few deals are bound to fall out the bottom. But here's the new reality. Today's buyers have their shields up. They're smart, they're busy, and that generic email doesn't just get ignored, it actually hurts your brand. That old funnel, it's not just leaky anymore, it's collapsing.
And you know the root cause of this whole collapse isn't really the seller, it's the buyer. The way companies actually make decisions to buy things has totally changed. It's not a straight line anymore. It's more like a really complex maze.
Just think about the last big purchase your own company made. How many people had to give it the thumbs up? According to Gartner, the average B2B deal now involves anywhere from 6 to 10 different decision makers. You're not just selling to one person anymore, you're selling to a whole committee. And everyone from the CFO to the head of IT has a say.
And if you thought that was complicated, hold on, it gets even crazier. That same research from Gartner found that the entire journey a buyer takes involves about 27 unique interactions. 27! I mean, think about that. Demos, internal chats, endless online research, all of that happens before they even get close to making a decision. How is one generic email ever supposed to cut through all that noise?
Okay, so if volume is dead and the buyer's journey is this insane maze, what's the answer? Well, it's a huge shift from using a sledgehammer to using a scalpel. It's all about precision.
And this is where we get to the heart of it. Account-based selling, or ABS for short. This is a strategy that literally flips the old sales funnel upside down. So instead of casting a wide net for thousands of leads, you start by hand-picking a small list of your absolute best fit, highest value accounts. And then you treat each and every one of them like they're your only customer, a market of one.
Okay, so that sounds great in theory, right? But how do you actually do it? How do you put that kind of precision into practice? Well, it all boils down to a really clear, repeatable framework that's built on 3 core pillars.
So let's break down how this actually works. It's basically a 3-step process. First, it all starts with what we call ICP precision. That means using real data to figure out not just who could buy from you, but who is most likely to. Then, once you know who to target, you move on to account intelligence. This is where you become a total expert on their business. And finally, you bring it all home with orchestrated engagement, which is all about coordinating every single touch point into one seamless conversation.
So let's dig into that first pillar. A modern ideal customer profile, or ICP, goes way beyond just company size. I mean, that's old school. Now it's about knowing the exact technology they already use, what problems they're actively searching for online, and digging into your own sales data to find hidden patterns. You're trying to identify your best future customers, not just describe your past ones.
Then we get to pillar 2, account intelligence. And this is where the real detective work begins. We're not just talking about finding a few names on LinkedIn. This is about deeply, truly understanding their business model, their big strategic goals, the pressures they're under, and who the real influencers are inside the company. This is the stuff that turns a cold call into a warm, strategic conversation.
And the final pillar brings it all together. Here's the deal. ABS is a team sport, period. If your sales, marketing, and customer success teams aren't perfectly in sync, it just doesn't work. Real orchestration is when marketing runs a super targeted ad, and sales immediately follows up with a message that actually references that ad. The account feels like they're having one single consistent conversation with your company, not getting hit from all sides.
Okay, I know what you might be thinking. That sounds like a lot of work. And it is. So, is it actually worth all the effort? Let's get to the bottom line, the business payoff. What's the real, measurable impact of doing all this?
Well, the data here is pretty staggering, actually. According to ITSMA, organizations that use these account-based approaches see a way higher return on investment compared to everything else they're doing. I mean, just look at the chart. It's not even a close race. This isn't just a different strategy.
It's a dramatically more profitable one.
And the benefits show up everywhere. Companies that get this right report bigger deals because they're uncovering more needs. They close those deals faster because they've already built trust. Their customers stick around longer, and, get this, according to Serious Decisions, they see almost 20% faster revenue growth. The numbers really do speak for themselves.
And that brings us to maybe the most important mindset shift of all. Account-based selling is not some short-term campaign you run for a quarter and then forget about. It's a completely different operating model. It's like planting an orchard. It's a sustained, long-term commitment to building real relationships with the accounts that will truly define your business.
So, that really leaves us with one final crucial question that you have to ask yourself and your team. In this new, complex world of B2B, are you still just chasing individual leads down a broken funnel, or are you strategically building lasting, profitable relationships with accounts? The answer to that question is probably going to define your success.